Hi greedy 3Ders, can you have too many skulls hanging on your wall? I don't think you can. And if you watched my video a few weeks ago when I did the Predator skull, now we're going to be making this Xenomorph alien skull from Galactic Armory. If you want to see how I did it, stay tuned. I'll put links in the description, don't worry, but here is the file that I've used. It's the Xenomorph skull. Paid about £10 for it from Galactic Armory, a wonderful, wonderful source of sci-fi 3D printed gadgets and models. And I'm going to print everything in Slogic 3D filament. They've sent me quite a bit of white filament to use, and I'm going to be doing it on the Anycubic S1 Max and also the Anycubic Cobra X. I'll also be doing a little bit on the Cobra 3 V2. I'm using the Anycubic Next slicer to slice everything. Sometimes I used supports, sometimes I didn't. If I didn't use supports, they printed quicker, and the overhangs pretty much were okay, but there was a couple of areas on a couple of the pieces where I should have used supports and they would have turned out perfectly. But of course you pay the price. Longer print, more material, less print time, less material, but it doesn't always work out. But yeah, my advice to you is use supports, and everything is printed wonderfully across the two printers and also the third printer, the Cobra 3 V2, that I also used just because there were so many parts and I wanted to get this thing made. This has printed gorgeously. The only thing I'd say is you can see here there's a couple of overhangs whereby there's some holes. Again, didn't use the necessary supports, so my advice again to you is support everything just to make sure you've done it okay. I can fill those holes. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. And of course, if you have got the supports on and use the tree supports, the organic supports, they literally just pop off, which was really easy. So yes, I should have done it, but I can make it right. The other good thing with the Slogic PLA is they'll send you some refills as well, which are cheaper, and you can just use your pre-existing Slogic reels. They just literally slot on, twist, push, job done, and you've got the next reel ready to go at a fraction of the cost of the full reel. Wonderful, thank you, Slogic. Now, gluing it all together was pretty easy. Once it was all finished, I just ran a deburring tool around it to get the edges off, made sure it was all lined up with a little bit of simple super glue and some activator. Give it a squirt with the activator and it held it in place, and it was great. I mean, the quality of the print is amazing. The printer itself has worked well with the Slogic PLA, which means that there's hardly any gaps to join. There's a couple, of course there is. There's going to be some gaps, isn't there? There's hardly any. So all I did was I put it together as best I could. I used some activator, got it all glued together, and it was easy to do. I say easy. There was a little bit of a fiddly bit with the glue, and that was when I came to doing the teeth, but we'll come to that in a bit. There's lots of other bits and pieces. There's a spine, there's the side bits of the spine. Yeah, they all go together really well and fit the model beautifully. All held together exactly the same way, no different, no change. Super glue, activator, job is a good one. Let's talk about the teeth. Now the teeth, they were probably the fiddliest part of the whole build, but the way that Galactic Armory give you the files, you can tell which ones are upper, which ones are lower, and they're all kind of in the right order as well to make life easier for you. Now, quite a few people watch these videos without subscribing, so can I just pause you here and ask you to hit the subscribe button that you'll see nestled down here somewhere. Thank you. I'm going to use the Funkricole UV putty to just fill a few of the gaps. There wasn't many gaps, but the ones that were there, I just ran this wonderful putty along, used a UV torch to harden it, and it's done. You could use your own resin, maybe with a bit of talcum, but this UV putty was awesome. Strong tone is what I'm going to use next, and all I want to do with this is I'm going to dilute it down with some water. I'm going to paint it all across the skull, all across it, every little bit except the teeth, and then I'm going to get a little bit of blue kitchen roll and I'm going to dab it off, and I'm going to wipe it off, and I'm going to get it into the nooks, into the crannies, and then dab it off again. And this ages it all up a little bit. There's an awful lot of surface area to this print, so you know, 1/2 bottle of the wash with some diluted water did the trick before I took some Agrax Earthshade in my new airbrush and my compressor. Can you see the airbrush and compressor there? That's a Gallery Turbox Mini. It's a wonderful little compressor and I did a full review on it, and here for about 30 minutes or so, that tiny little compressor with the airbrush that's also included in the set. So a great beginner set allowed me to give that bone a little bit of bony colourness, a little bit of brown, a little bit of dirtiness in the grooves and the nooks and the crannies and the eye sockets and the joins of the bones. The little Turbox Mini, wonderful, wonderful bit of kit. I definitely recommend it to you. I'll put links in the description. And here he is. Here's that final look that I gave you. I hope you like it. It's like old and yoldy and knackered. Now, to put it on the ceiling, I've just bought some hooks from Amazon and some steel picture wire hanging loops of thin steel, and all I'm going to do is screw those hooks into the ceiling, make sure I get a nice joist so that it holds it up there really, really well, and then I'm going to get these wires that I got from Amazon. Literally, the hooks and the wires cost me less than a tenner, and it's just a case of hanging the wire, mind your head there, Greeley, it's just a case of hanging the wires on the hooks, and these are adjustable as well. They've got this great little one-way system, so you can hang your skull or whatever you want to hang from the ceiling over them, and then just shorten those metal wires by just pulling them. And the way that they're designed is you can pull them one way but not the other, so if you tighten them up they stay tightened. And I really do like these. For less than 10 quid for 3 wires and a bag full of hooks, I can mount this alien skull on my ceiling and make life a little bit easier and give me a little bit more room. There's nowhere I can put this. You've seen how much room I don't have, so hanging it from the ceiling is the way forward, I would suggest. And that's it. That's my alien skull done and up there and facing my predator skull, just hanging above my pulse rifle. I'm really getting an alien-y vibe here. Looks like the back of the Predator ship, kind of. Nah, doesn't look like anything like it, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, once you've got the wires where you want them, take a pair of clippers, the ones that came with your printer, the simple ones like that, and cut it off. Be careful, they get really, really sharp. And there he is, Mr. Xenomorph is hanging on my ceiling, Mr. Alien. He's there with me Han Solo in carbonite, with me Predator, with me pulse rifle, me Captain America shield and me Captain Carter model. Oh yeah, me Deadpool helmet. You can't quite see me Velociraptor and me alien popping out the ceiling, but you can catch them in other videos if you really want to. But the Xeno head, something I've always wanted for a long, long time. This skull from an alien is there up on my ceiling, and I can't say that I couldn't be happier. I'm really pleased with how it looks. Well, it wasn't too hard to make, was it? Okay, there's a few pieces, a little bit of gluing and a little bit of finishing and a bit of spraying, but it was easy enough to make, and you can have your very own Galactic Armory Alien Xenomorph skull head hanging from your ceiling if you want one. I want to say a great big thank you to Inslogic for sending me the material to make this alien skull. Thanks for your support. Thank you, Anycubic, also for sending me the printers to make the model with. All the links will be in the description where you can get them from. There's loads of reviews for the printers, so make sure you check them out. I'll try and put some links in the description, but they'll be in the Greedy 3D library. If you like what you see and you like this kind of content on the channel, and you like making things to hang from your ceiling that look really cool like that, then subscribe to the channel. I think it's down here somewhere, there's a little subscribe button. A lot of people watch these videos and don't hit the subscribe. Could I just ask you to hit the subscribe? It makes life grand because the video gets spread further and farther on the YouTube algorithm. If you want to join the Greedy 3D Patreon, you can also do that. Everything, all you need to know is down below. It can be free or it can be a couple of pounds a month to help me carry on doing this. What's important to me though is you let me know in the comments what you think. Do you like it? Don't you like it? All the usual comments, constructive criticism, please, only. And I love to hear what you think, to be honest. I really like this alien skull. Aliens, well, my tattoo, I've got an alien tattoo. My favourite movie franchise of all time. That and Star Wars, of course, but Aliens is also a special place in my heart. And now I've got my own my own huge Xenomorph skull hanging on the ceiling. If you liked it, let me know, like, subscribe, tell me in the comments, and I'll see you next time on Greedy 3D.